Hello guys and welcome back to another FPL video. After a UCL fantasy run, I'm back into making FPL content, and today I'm here with my team selection for the upcoming Gameweek 23. You're going to see first my Gameweek 22 team, how it did. I got a small red arrow, I'm going to talk about it. Then you're going to see my transfer plans for the upcoming Gameweek 23, and then you're going to see my Gameweek 23 team selection. I'm currently at the 32k rank, which I think it's pretty okay to start attacking the chips territory and see where I can finish. The team value is rising by the day. I'm over 105 million now. It's my first time cracking that number, so let's see how it goes. If you want to support the channel and support me and the content that I do, you can subscribe and like this video, because I'm trying to reach my 2,500 subscribers goal. I'm almost past the half of it after setting it up, so let's see if we can reach it. Now, without further ado, let's jump and see how my team did in Gameweek 22. Here is the team from Gameweek 22, and I dropped from 32k.3 to 32k.7, which is like 400 places, which is basically a gray arrow. I wouldn't say that it's a green or a red if I gain only 500 or 400 even ranks, but yeah, it's still considered a red arrow. I was on a green by the 93rd minute of the final game, but Sanchez managed to once again disappoint me with a 2-pointer against Wolves, basically with their first real, not even a real chance, but a set piece, and he conceded a goal, and then he got a yellow card for time wasting, and he delivered me only 2 points, which at the end of the day wasn't enough for anything. Then we have Gabriel in defense. He conceded 2 against Aston Villa and was not as threatful from the set piece, but to be honest, they faced Aston Villa, who are pretty solid in the defensive department, especially from set pieces, so that 1-pointer was about to be expected, but you never know with Gabriel, he can explode in every game. Guardiola, City trashed Ipswich 6-0 and he only got a clean sheet. Am I happy? I would say no. I think he should have had at least more involvement in the attacking department. That's why I got him, and he is not delivering on the promised land that I was promised with him, but still on a defensive return to finalize the good run of fixtures from Manchester City. Then we moved to Trent, who scored an 11-pointer. It was looking like a 6 or 7. He was even on 12 at some point. But yeah, Darwin scored the second goal in the 95th minute, and he dropped from 3 to 2 points in the bonus. But still, Trent, 11 points. I think it's worth mentioning. Amazing return finally, and now it looks better. In the last 4 weeks, he delivered. No, in the last 5, he had 15 and 11. So I would say this at least a little bit makes the thing better, but he can go even better in the future. Lewis Hall, Newcastle were trashed against Bournemouth, and the whole team was trashed, to be fair, but Lewis Hall managed to deliver from a corner kick, 4 points. He got subbed off before they conceded the third and the fourth, so I got 4 points from him, which in hindsight, it's not the end of the world. Then we move into midfield. Palmer, 3 goals scored from Chelsea, and he was not involved. I don't know if this had happened this season so far, but yeah, Palmer, a 2-pointer. To be fair, he was a very big threat to my team, because he was, even though I owned him, he was over 100% owned around my rank, so that 2 pointers didn't hurt me at all. Salah disappointingly missed a couple of chances. The assists that he could have had were a lot, and finally he finished with 3 points. The captain options that I was deliberating was Salah, Palmer or Isaac. At the end of the day, he outscored them all. But yeah, 3 points, not good performance, a second blank in a row. Hopefully he will start returning soon. And Mbumo, a 2-pointer against Liverpool. I was happy with that 2-pointer, to be fair, because Liverpool won the game, so I'm not pissed at all. Basically happy. Gordon, a shot cleaned from the goal line in the 95th minute before Bournemouth scored their 4th goal. Was so frustrating to see. He could have scored. 7-pointer for him. Happy days. All the good things would have come to my team. A green arrow, everything, a healthy green arrow nonetheless. But yeah, he missed the target. No, he did not miss the target. The ball was cleaned, and he finished the game with 2 points. Up front, Isaac, completely invisible from that game. 2-pointer, yeah, not good. An end to his streak, but it was supposed to end at some point. I'm happy that it ended now. We can move forward, and he will continue the streak, in my opinion. And Wood, the star of the team this week, a goal, an assist, an amazing assist. He did so well to just pass the ball back and from there the player scored. It was so beautiful. I was so touched by that assist while Salah created 7 amazing chances for his team and they did not score any of them. But yeah, who cares? Wood with a beautiful KDB-esque assist. The goal was well taken. He was subbed off in the around 83rd minute and he will be utilized in the next fixture for sure. He turned out to be the best captain choice, but at the end of the day I was not considering him, as I think he has scored only twice per game, so and had only 1 assist, and I did not expect such a brilliant pass for him to lead to the opener to the second goal for Forest. But yeah, at the end of the day, 12 points in the back, I'm happy with it. On the bench, Pedro scored a goal, got it ruled out. It was a okay decision to rule it out. To be fair, I cannot argue against it, and he was on my bench, so at the end of the day, he instead of Gabriel would have been better, but I was never playing Pedro over Gabriel, let's be real. Then the next guy is Daroshe, a -1. Thankfully, he didn't get to play him, but yeah, 6 goals conceded against City, it's not the end of the world. And Harry Winks with 2-pointer, a staple 2-pointer in my team, keeps delivering those 2 points. He's basically a cheap version of Gabriel. But yeah, 50 points overall. It was worse than last week, but the red arrow was basically minor. So yeah, I think did pretty okay. We can move forward with my transfer targets because I have 2 free transfers and I'll be using them all. So the first transfer that I'm going to use is to move Gvardio away from the team, and here I have several deliberations. First, the strategy of this transfer is to lower the budget in order to do the second transfer that I'm going to showcase in a second. Its basic purpose, it's fun. I have Trent, I have Gabriel, and I have Gvardio. The only player that I'm willing to sell right now is Gvardio because they've bought 2 new defenders. It's not said that he will be rested or anything like that, but you never know with City. The fixture run, it's basically the hardest they're going to have, so I thought, okay, it's time for Gvardio to leave the side. He done a job, not a good job, but a job for me for the last couple of weeks, and now it's time to go. Now the replacement is a little bit interesting. So I was looking into Everton players as they have a double up in Gameweek 24, as you would probably already know. But I honestly don't feel like, first of all, Everton are going to get a lot of points, and secondly, I don't think that this fits the purpose of my team. After I show you my team selection, I'm going to showcase to you how my team is looking for the future, and you'll see why I'm opting for a Bournemouth defender. Now, a Bournemouth defender can be Huijsen and can be Kerkez. Both of them are good. I can go for Zabarni, but I honestly feel between Huijsen and Zabarni, Huijsen is the better choice, and I think I will be relying on him. Kerkez is another amazing option, but I'm a little bit hesitant to go there because I don't want to spend the extra funds and him to be benched in most of the weeks. You'll see in a while what I think about the transfers and why I got to Huijsen, but he has Forest and Liverpool. He will be a complete bench warmer in those fixtures, and then against Southampton away, he's going to come right back into the team. Then he has 1 more okay fixture, you're going to see in a while, but yeah, moving that frees up 1.6 more, so I'm now with 2 million in the bank. Yes, I can go for Kerkez, and probably that is the more sensible solution that I will be end up doing if the budget is there for me to consider it. But for now, I think Huijsen will do an amazing job. Senesi is rumored to return somewhere in mid-March, which again fits the purpose of that Bournemouth player. Bournemouth can keep a clean sheet and can score against basically any team in the league, so I'm pretty happy to be owning some of their players. So at the end of the day, I think it's a good move that will fund the next one that you're going to be showcased in a second. If you think I can go for another defender, or you think I'm not going for Everton defenders as stupidity, I would completely agree. There are options to go for a Brentford defender, but I just prefer the Bournemouth defense over the Brentford ones. And the other teams do not excite me that much in defense either way for their cheap options in order to go there. Crystal Palace soon. Yes, they have Munoz, but Munoz is playable now when I don't need him, and when I need him, he turns out to be a worse move to go for. You'll see in a second, believe me, why I got at the end to Huijsen, but I think freeing up that budget and those fixtures that are after Liverpool's fixtures is looking good. Yes, Southampton away is the probable reason I'm going for him. Just bear with me, and I'm going to showcase at the end what is my plan. Now let's go and see what am I funding with this move. And here is the move that I'll be funding with that money that I'm gaining from Gvardiol to a cheap defender, I'm going for a triple Liverpool because they have Ipswich at home, Bournemouth away, Everton away, and Wolves at home. After that, they face City, which is pretty hard if you ask me, but after that, they have soon on the horizon facing Southampton, which is ideal for me. And then in the blank in Gameweek 29, you see my strategy in a second, and we're going to talk about it even more when I showcase the team in every week in the foreseeable future. But for now, in the next 4, I think tripling up on Liverpool is going to be the way. Of course, you can argue why you don't go for Pickford, and that could be a good argument as he's keeping a lot of clean sheets, a lot of saves. I just feel like going for an Everton player with David Moyes feels a little bit questionable if you ask me. Now, of course, he can deliver good and he can deliver some amazing performances. We have seen him do that, but honestly, that's my only way to a third Liverpool asset, and I really want it. You'll see in a second what I mean. You will say, okay, go from Gvardiol to Konate, and then from Sanchez to Pickford, and then you have the money. But then I'm missing some budget, and then you're going to say, okay, go from Mikulenko or go for Tarkovsky or do something like that. Focus on the double. Yes, focusing up on the double is great, but it's not only the double that I need to think about, because there is a lot of things happening around the double, and around the double is where I'll be aiming for, because I have a pretty good cheap strategy in place that I'm going to showcase in a second for me. Then I will be preparing video for tomorrow probably, that you're going to see the cheap strategies that I think you should focus on. But at the end of the day, yes, Sanchez to Alisson Becker to fund the Liverpool triple up, I think is the best move. And finally, I will be having a keeper that can keep a clean sheet from time to time, because Alisson does not face a lot of shots, and probably the 6 points is the maximum there, but I think it's the maximum from Konate and from Virgil as well, and he is in the between range, and I'm getting rid of a player that's a problem. That's the it's the first keeper transfer that I'm doing this season. The other was Sanchez during the wildcard, but yeah, that's the first keeper transfer that I'm doing. I'm scared because I'm not a fan of keeper transfers, but at the end of the day, I think that it's a must, because I need to focus on that double up. Now, let's go and see how my team is going to look after the transfers, and then I'm going to showcase to you the future strategy and how I see it. So, I have made all the transfers, and here is the result. I have 1.2 million in the bank after making those transfers, and I'm ending up with 0 in the bank. So, Ipswich at home for Alisson Becker, already spoken like 5 minutes for him, so I'm not going to add anything more there. He's starting 5.5. It's a lot for keeper that I'm paying, but at the end of the day, I think it's going to be worth it in the foreseeable future. Then we have Cahill for Brighton playing against Everton. He's never starting, so he is the cheap option in the keepers department. Basically, that's all about that I have to say about the keepers. Now I have a solid keeper that he's playing there, and yeah, I feel pretty much better. By the way, I expect now Rob Sanchez to start keeping amazing clean sheets, saves left, right, and center, delivering. But I do not care. I cannot stand him anymore, being rotated, conceding some stupid goals. At least with Alisson, I know that I will hate him if he concedes either way. So at least I will focus, not the hate's a strong word, but the anger will be both in FPL and in the league. So at least the anger is at one place, not spreading my anger. I'm joking, of course, guys. I will be not getting angry whatever happens. I think that's the best solution for my team. I don't like Pickford, and you're going to see in a second why. I believe that with this formation and with this structure, my team is going to run smoothly through the fixtures. Next up in defense, we have 3 players playing there. I'm moving once again to the 3-4-3, and you're going to see why. Now, Gabriel against Wolves. I don't think I have to justify anything for a Gabriel to start. This guy can keep a clean sheet in UCL, but cannot save his life to keep a clean sheet in the league. Probably now, finally against Wolves, he will be able to deliver at least something. I am relying on him for something. I do not expect a win. I do not expect a clean sheet. I do not expect a goal. Probably a cheeky assist will be enough for me. A cheeky goddamn assist. Yes, please, Gabriel, deliver something, because I'm spending 6.4 millions of my budget for you to deliver 1-pointers, and that is unacceptable. Then we move to Lewis Hall, Southampton away. Do I need to explain myself? This guy picks himself. Southampton away. That's why I bought him on my wildcard for that long run of fixtures. I should have done the same with the goalkeeper, but nonetheless, 5.1 already bought him at 4.3. That is 0.8 in increase of his price since I bought him. Am I a transfer funds genius? No, I'm an idiot that bought Lewis Hall because he had good fixtures. So the final player here that's starting is Trent, Ipswich at home. If Liverpool get a clean sheet, I'm eating well. If Trent scores a goal, of course I'm eating well. Probably Virgil scores a goal, again Trent will be delivering the ball. So at the end of the day, I think Trent is a very good player to be kept into the team. Ipswich, double, Wolves, it cannot get any better for him. And you'll see how I'm going to do with everything in place for the foreseeable future. So let's move into midfield. No. The defenders on the bench. Huijsen. That's why I'm opting for Huijsen instead of Kerkez, because I don't want to keep a 4.8 player on the bench. Of course, if something happens to my team for an injury or something like that, I would prefer to have Kerkez every day of the week. So at the end of the day, I might play it safe if the budget is there and go for Huijsen. But for now, I'm keeping it at 4.4 for Huijsen, and Kerkez is on my mind for the plans. I will decide basically tomorrow if I'm going to do it. Forest at home, it's not an easy game, that's why he's on the bench. And Darrell Shea, the poor guy, is living on my bench free. 4 million for a player facing Liverpool. I will probably move him at the end of the bench because I don't want him to touch the grass in any shape or form. Now moving into midfield, I think the midfield picks itself. Salah against Ipswich, I think this is a brilliant fixture for him. 13.7 million, well spent if you ask me. A very, very strong captaincy option. We're going to talk about that in a second. But yeah, Ipswich at home, I don't think it gets better than that. He is there. He played 90 minutes in the Champions League, but he 1,000,000% will be playing 90 minutes during the weekend if he is injury free. Yes, because he's a fitness freak. Now, Palmer against City is a little bit questionable, but City just conceded 4 goals in the UCL, and those 4 goals, I think Chelsea will see and say, yes, we can score goals against City as well, and I think Palmer will be heavily involved. Yes, I'm selling Guardiola, I'm selling Sanchez, but I'm keeping Palmer because I think Palmer should be kept in your team if you have him. Then moving into Mbumo, I think that the tough fixtures are now done. He was pretty unlucky not to get away with a return from both of them, but now against Palace, I think he can do some serious damage, especially attacking from the right wing and cutting inside. I think that is going to be simply amazing for him. 7.8, it's a lot of money, but I already spent them, so I'm not going to care about it at all. Then moving into the final player here, it's Gordon. This is the one of the reasons that I went with him over Amat, that Southampton away fixture. Let's hope that he scores some goals, because unless that happens, I will be pretty screwed with not picking Amat. But yeah, at the end of the day, Southampton away. The only easier fixture is Southampton at home. So I will pick the second best, Southampton away. Yeah, 7.7, it's a lot, but it's a good price point to pivot to different players moving forward. So pretty strong midfield. I don't feel like it has weaknesses. Yes, Aston Villa has an okay fixture and I'm missing Rodgers, but at the end of the day, you cannot have them all. Now, let's move into attack and finalize the team with a captaincy choice. I'm combining both of them here. Let's talk about the forwards first. So first of all, we are having Isaac against Southampton. Already discussed it 1,000,000 times about Howe and about Gordon. I don't think it gets anything better than that apart from Southampton at home. At the end of the day, 9.5 already for Isaac is mental. This guy has been scoring left, right and center. Yes, he had an off game against Bournemouth, if you ask me, but now he will be firing on all cylinders with having a full week of a rest. Yes, Southampton had that rest as well, but I think it's pretty much vital for Isaac compared to Southampton, and yeah, he's not going anywhere from my team. Then we're facing Bournemouth with Wood. Yes, I own Huijsen, and that's why Huijsen is on the bench, but Wood has proven that he can score against the tougher oppositions with a bad fixture run, so for now he's surviving in the team. And Bournemouth away, I think it's an okay-ish fixture for him. It's not great in any shape or form. Let's see if Bournemouth run ends here or Forest form drops. We'll see what will happen, but Chris Wood will be my team. Finally, we are having João Pedro up front against Everton. Probably his last game for the team. You're going to see why in a second, but yeah, Everton at home at 5.6. I don't think it gets anything better than that for João Pedro. Hopefully now with Danny Welbeck, he can take off the attention of Brandwaite and Tarkovsky, and Pedro can score some goals. And if he scores some goals, he might survive another week, but I think that I will not judge my decision on it. For captaincy, I am going with Salah against Ipswich. The vice captaincy is not decided yet. It's between Isaac and Palmer, because I think both defenses of Southampton and Manchester City are on the same level currently. They cannot keep a clean sheet to save their lives against a good attacking team. So yeah, for now it's on Palmer, but it will probably move on Isaac at the end of the day, because if something is happening to Salah, I want to have it on the best player with the best fixture, and that for sure is Isaac, because that is Man City and they can always surprise us. Now let's go and see how my team is going to look in the future weeks, and why I'm deciding to pick Huijsen over any Everton defenders or Kerkez even. So here is how the team is going to look in Game Week 23. For now, I'm using Fpl.team, by the way, an amazing site. If you know your IG, it can help you prepare beautifully, and that's why I'm using it. Special shout out to the creator of the website. So now doing the transfers to Huijsen and Alisson Becker, you see why I pick Huijsen over anyone else, because he has Nottingham Forest and Liverpool in the next two. That would mean that I would be safely relying on Lewis Hall for Southampton and Fulham. Yes, Gabriel has Manchester City at home though, and I'm not benching Gabriel. Let's wrap our heads around that. I'm not that kind of a manager to bench Gabriel. So in my case, it looks good to get Huijsen in that case. Going down and seeing the Everton fixtures, they face Brighton. I have a Brighton player that is facing Everton in that week, so I'm not going to pick anyone from Brighton. It's not anyone from Everton in that case. Okay, after that, Everton has Leicester and Liverpool in a double. That's okay as well. And after that, they have Crystal Palace, Manchester United, Brentford, Wolves, West Ham, Liverpool, Arsenal, Forest, City, Chelsea. Have in mind that probably the easiest fixture that they are going to have is West Ham, where I will be most probably free hitting. We're getting into that. They have Wolves, Brentford are scoring, Palace are in good scoring form. United, you never know what's going to happen. They scored 4 the last time against Everton. Liverpool, I think it's scoring. The only team not scoring is Leicester. So I'm getting basically someone that can have a clean sheet, and I'm then looking to bench someone like Lewis Hall, and I'm not going to do that. So moving then into Game Week 23, you already seen it. Moving into Game Week 24, we have the double from Liverpool, Bournemouth and Everton. That's perfect. Then we have Gabriel against Manchester City. We have Arnold against Bournemouth and Everton, which is fine. And we have Lewis Hall against Fulham. It's completely okay. Then we have Salah, already talking about, and Mbumo, brilliant. Gordon, pretty okay. Palmer, okay. Isaac, whatever. I don't think the fixtures matter for him that much. Then we have Joao Pedro, and then we have Chris Wood. I think that in a nutshell, it's a brilliant core of a team. Of course, I can sell Joao Pedro because he's facing Forest, Chelsea, Southampton though. Am I selling him for Southampton? That's the biggest question. Bournemouth, Fulham, free hit, Villa, Palace, Leicester, Brentford, West Ham, wildcard for me. Am I selling Joao Pedro in that run of fixtures? I don't know. I will have to think about it, see how he's placed. The other issue here is Wood. Fulham, Brighton, okay, he can score. I can put them one against each other. It's not the end of the world. Fulham, okay. Newcastle, hard. Arsenal, hard. City, hard. Here I'm free hitting. So I'm not going to rely on him. Then it's United and Aston Villa. And then here I can get him back. So probably one of the players that I'll be looking to sell, apart from Joao Pedro, is Chris Wood. If I sell Chris Wood, I don't know if I want to sell it this week or I want to sell it in the future. I will have to decide that before Game Week 24, so I have plenty of time. The other thing is that this is the fixture run for Brentford. Is it worth stacking up 2 of them? Probably. That would mean that I will have to waste transfer before Game Week 30, because I'm not going to keep the 2 of them here. The other teams with good fixtures on the horizon, on a grid one, it's not Wolves, it's West Ham, but they don't have a good forward. It's not Spurs, Solanke is injured. It's not Southampton, it's not Forest. It's not Newcastle, I already have 3. It's not United, probably until the foreseeable future, until I see improvement. City are expensive and have a bad fixture run, so no go. Liverpool 3 players, Leicester no, Ipswich no, Fulham no, Everton no, because I'm not picking Everton players. Crystal Palace is the next team that I can target, but Mateta is the only option here. Chelsea, probably Chelsea can persuade me to go there, but apart from Southampton and Leicester, am I going for someone against Brighton and Aston Villa? Am I selling Wood before facing Fulham and Brighton? Basically, it's a similar run. After that, it's Chelsea and no, it's Newcastle, Arsenal and City. So probably I would be looking to sell. Brighton I already own, Brentford and Bournemouth. Basically, Bournemouth and Brentford are the two teams that I will be looking at. Aston Villa no, Arsenal then don't have a forward up until now. I will be waiting for Gameweek 24 because it will be around the deadline for the transfer window, so I will have information more than now if Arsenal are buying anyone, because if they're buying anyone before 25 and 26, I can be there. If someone from Bournemouth is injury free, like Evan Nilsson, I will be there because they have an okay fixture run. But at the end of the day, the only person that it's worth it right now, it's Wissa. Is it worth selling Wood to Wissa? Probably yes. So let's amuse ourselves and go with Wissa. That would mean that I have 1.9 in the bank. So that now means that I can even go for Kerkes. And you're going to say, why Kerkes? Because he has Liverpool here. So the bench is going to be O'Shea, Huijsen, and then wings. We have an okay team here. Wissa against Spurs, he's scoring. Then moving swiftly into Gameweek 25. Then the fixtures for the team turn a little bit for the worse. For Ho, specifically, I'm benching him for Huijsen or Kerkes, so probably Kerkes if I move in that direction. João Pedro has Chelsea, and Chelsea have been conceding for fun. I have Salah, I have Mbumo, I have Gordon and Isaac facing City, but the history shows that they can do some damage there, and I want the 3 players from Newcastle to survive in my team if they reach the Carabao Cup final, but I will know before Gameweek 25. If he does not survive, I can easily sell Gordon and if they go out and buy someone else, because I won't want the triple from Newcastle anymore. So I will here be using the Gordon transfer to whoever I will decide to go. It doesn't matter for now. Then we move into Gameweek 26 and we have 3 players from Liverpool facing Manchester City, which is not easy per se, and I have 2 players facing Forest. So I'll be relying though on João Pedro, on Wissa, on Palmer. Salah can score, Trent can score, Alisson can keep a clean sheet. All of those things can happen against Manchester City. Gabriel against West Ham, so basically Gameweek 26 is going to be a bad week for me unless I do some movement around my team. Am I going to do it? Probably not for now. I don't want to risk it unless Liverpool players need to be sold. But after that in Gameweek 27, another bad week for my team because I have Gordon and Isaac and Salah, Trent and Alisson. So basically I don't want to sell any of them if they reach the final. Huijsen here will be probably better to be Kerkes, and I would most probably rely on Kerkes here as I will have a pretty good run of players. Southampton for Palmer. Gordon can stay because now he has West Ham, Palace and Brentford in the foreseeable future, so I'm okay. Moving swiftly into Gameweek 28, I'm already with 4 transfers. Transfers are building up. I have Southampton. I have Huijsen for West Ham, replacing 3 players here. Palmer against Leicester, João Pedro against Fulham, and Wissa against Aston Villa, which I can still believe in because it's a home fixture for them. The issue here is that I'm relying basically on 5 teams to deliver the points, which can be a trap. But by then, I will have 5 transfers to basically go there. Then we move to 29, and in 29, I activate the free hit because if Liverpool and Newcastle reach the final of Carabao Cup, they're going to be playing in that weekend. And playing in that weekend, activating the free hit, getting all of the City players that I want, getting all of the players that I need, basically doing whatever the hell I want with my team, stacking up probably on teams with good fixtures who will have good fixtures in 29. So Brentford and Bournemouth can score against each other. Then we have United facing Leicester. Probably Matt and Bruno will be really popular. Then I will bring in 3 Forest players to fund the Ipswich hype. Then I have Wolves facing Southampton, so I can fund that. I can fund Spurs. I can do a lot of things. And of course, Manchester City will be in the foreseeable future. Then in 29, I'm here activating the free hit. Then in 30, the team is looking brilliant. Brentford for Newcastle. That just goes. I will be willing to sell both Wissa and Mbumo, so Wissa can go for someone like if Marmoush is popular, Marmoush will be joining the team as City have here. I can even sell Mbumo for Foden. How much money I'm missing? I'm having the exact funds. If I'm missing some money, I will sell Wissa to someone on the ranks of a Bournemouth player. I can go for, I can even drop down to someone from Wolves. Trent Larsen is a good option here as he will be playing and he will be cheap option. I can sell someone else from my team, but yeah, Huijsen here will be pivotal to owning Foden without selling Wissa. So that is a good thing to consider. And now I'm having Foden. Okay, I'm having Wissa for Strand Larsen. Let's say that the budget is not there. And I have 0.8 to react. So yeah, I can spend the 0.4 in a nutshell. Then we move to Gameweek 31. Again, the fixtures are there. Leicester, Fulham, United, Fulham, Ipswich, Crystal Palace, Brentford. It's a good fixture run for my team. I still own Huijsen and he's not getting onto the field. So why I need Kerkes? I don't need Kerkes. It has become a rant for 10 minutes. But yeah, Gameweek 32. Then we have West Ham, Leicester. Brilliant. Then we have Brentford, West Ham, United. I can go for Huijsen if that's the case. Spurs, I can sell Gordon if he's not performing well. But then in Gameweek 33, there is a double. And in that double, I have Leicester, and facing Aston Villa here. Then Aston Villa facing Newcastle. And then Aston Villa playing Liverpool. And then I will have, that's basically it. So I will have the players that I need here. And I can buy an Aston Villa player. It's not the end of the world. I can sell Joao Pedro and then fund Rodgers. And that will be it. But I will have Fulham, Everton, all of those amazing fixtures. Of course, Crystal Palace will be having a double up. I can stack it up on Crystal Palace as well. I can sell Gordon for Sar or Eze, then fund Joao Pedro to Mateta if I have the money with that budget. And it's still good territory. Then I have 5 transfers probably in the team. I will be crashing the team into this week where a lot of blanks will be happening. I will be crashing to anyone that has a blank and we'll be playing with whatever players I have. I will be keeping the funds in those teams, and then 35 I activate the wild card and it's end of the war of the thing. So now probably I will be risking at Gameweek 24 selling Wood for Wissa. I'm taking a risk with no Forest players. Sorry Forest for that, but I think the fixture runs for the other players are better for me. I can yes go for Brentford players here in 24 and play Spurs player. Yes, that can happen, but I genuinely prefer to have Ho in the playing field. So yeah, I don't need anything to happen here. And then from 25 onwards, I ride into the sunset. Assistant manager is activated from 31 to 33. Probably picking Palace, as Palace from 31 to 33 will be facing Southampton. Brighton, City, Bournemouth. It's not that easy. Probably activating on someone and then using the... I will need funds for the assistant manager. That's why I went with such a cheap team. I forgot about that, guys. Sorry, but yeah, Gameweek 30, I will need 0.8 at least to put a manager in, and that manager will be someone. If I have the funds, if not, I will be willing to sell someone here. Who is it going to be? I'm not quite sure. I'll have to see this, but I have 5 transfers, and here I'm using 2, so maybe Foden is too expensive for my liking. I'll be going for someone else. We'll see what will happen, but yeah, maybe Strand Larsen is dropped to someone even cheaper. I don't know if there is anyone cheaper that is playing at the moment. 5.4. 5.4. Nope. That is all players. Select position, forwards. So we are now at 5.4. Antonio No Edward. Southampton player. Okay. It's not the end of the world. I think that those prices will fall down for the rest of the team, so I can have it. If Mbumo and Twist are scoring, the price will go up. So yeah, I will have the budget to fund a manager, either being a West Ham one. West Ham, what a fixture run they're having. Yeah, West Ham one will be one. Oh no, Bournemouth and Liverpool. But really bad. Leicester is awful. Ipswich is awful. Palace is not good, so I will have to make way for the assistant manager somewhere or use a bench boost around this time. Probably I can prepare a good bench, by the way, with that funds and then use the wild card for the last double up. We're going to see what is going to be the most feasible, as if I have double players, for example, picking here someone like Henderson, I have the budget probably, Hussein I can keep, and then getting 2 players from Palace in defense and in mid. I can get to a double here in 33 with some of the players. I can sell someone to fund it this week and then crash the team completely. I will see, but yeah, for the foreseeable future, I'm attacking the free hit. Oh my god, that's becoming a rant. So let's close up the video and I'll explain the chip strategies in another one. After such a long rant, I want to give a special shout out to the members of the channel. As per usual, Set 425 gifted, Zach, Oscar Papa, Scouser with Scouser, I'm keep saying Scouser, Scouser with 40 gifted, and Hem. Thanks so much for becoming members of the channel. It is not going unnoticed, believe me. If you want to support me financially, guys, there is a quick link to join as a member. Here are the prices for you if you buy in pounds. Of course, there is going to be a difference if you're living in another country with another currency, but yeah, for now those are the prices. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry for the rant about my team, but I wanted to lay it out all to you, and hopefully you understand why I'm going with Huijsen, because I want to prepare. It's a deliberation, should I go for bench boost in 33 or in 36 and with the assistant manager the other way around. I will think about all the possible scenarios. It will all depend on the way Liverpool and Newcastle and Arsenal and Spurs do in the Carabao. Let's see what the final is going to be, because if that's the final, probably I will be having a free hit on my for my usage, so it can, a lot of things can happen. But yeah, the chip strategies, I'm going to go and explain them to you in another video. So yeah, tune in for that. Subscribe, like if you cannot support me financially, that's completely for free. But for now, guys, I'll be heading out. Bye.